Hey Spurs fans, hold on to your seats because the AT&T Center is about to witness a game-changing moment. Today, we're diving into the bold trade that brought Chris Paul to San Antonio. This move isn't just about adding a veteran. It's about revitalizing the team's spirit and setting the stage for a new era of Spurs dominance. From addressing turnover challenges to mentoring future stars like Stephon and unleashing the full potential of Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul's impact will reverberate across the court.
Craig in the corner, does hit the rim, and there's Paul. He didn't know if it hit the rim, are you kidding?
Make sure to subscribe and stick around until the end as we uncover how Paul's leadership, offensive wizardry, and defensive prowess will redefine Spurs basketball. Trust me, Spurs Nation, you won't want to miss a single detail. Addressing turnover challenges. Let's get into why bringing in Chris Paul was a stroke of genius by San Antonio's front office. One of the glaring issues the Spurs faced last season was their struggle with turnovers. The Spurs ranked 4th in the NBA for the most turnovers. Ouch! That's not the kind of stat that gets a team into the playoffs. Turnovers cost the Spurs games, momentum, and ultimately a shot at climbing the standings. This is where Chris Paul, or CP3, enters the picture. Known for his impeccable ball handling and decision-making, Paul is the perfect antidote to these turnover woes. Last season, even at 39, he averaged almost 9 assists per game with less than 2 turnovers. That's an assist-to-turnover ratio that any team would kill for, especially one like the Spurs that's trying to mold a young, talented roster into a cohesive unit. Imagine a Spurs game where every possession is calculated, where the ball moves fluidly, and where mistakes are minimized. That's the Chris Paul effect. He brings a level of precision and control that's rare in the league. Paul's ability to read the game, anticipate defensive schemes, and make the right play is exactly what the Spurs need to transform their offense. But it's not just the stats that make Chris Paul invaluable. It's his on-court presence. Having Paul on the floor is like having another coach out there. He's vocal, he's demanding, and he knows how to bring out the best in his teammates. For the Spurs' young squad, this kind of leadership is crucial. Paul can provide real-time feedback and corrections, something that can't always be addressed from the sidelines. His on-the-spot coaching can help the players learn faster, understand the nuances of the game better, and reduce their learning curve significantly. Paul's value also extends off the court. His leadership in the locker room, his ability to foster a winning mentality, and his mentorship are all qualities that will help shape the Spurs culture moving forward. He's been known to take younger players under his wing, offering advice and support that go beyond just basketball. For a young team like the Spurs, this kind of guidance is invaluable. Enhancing big men through pick-and-roll mastery. Now let's talk about how Chris Paul's arrival will supercharge the Spurs' big men, particularly their young sensation Victor Wembanyama. Throughout his illustrious career, Chris Paul has consistently demonstrated a remarkable ability to elevate the play of his big men through the art of the pick and roll. This is no small feat. It's a skill that's helped Paul earn a reputation as one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. Paul's mastery of the pick and roll is legendary. In New Orleans, he turned Tyson Chandler into an all-star. With the Clippers, he transformed Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan into household names, creating the iconic Lob City era. More recently in Phoenix, Paul's synergy with DeAndre Ayton played a crucial role in the Suns' deep playoff runs. The common thread in all these partnerships is Paul's exceptional court vision and precise passing. For the Spurs, this means Victor Wembanyama is in for a career-defining experience. Wembanyama, with his size, agility, and scoring versatility, is a perfect pick-and-roll partner. Imagine Paul orchestrating the offense, using his basketball IQ to create mismatches and exploit defensive weaknesses. Wembanyama rolling to the basket or popping out for a mid-range jumper will find himself in prime scoring positions thanks to Paul's pinpoint passes. Last season, the Spurs often struggled to create high-quality scoring opportunities for their big men. Too many possessions ended with forced shots or turnovers due to a lack of direction and playmaking. With Paul at the helm, that's about to change. His presence will not only reduce turnovers, but also increase the efficiency of offensive sets. Every movement on the court will have purpose and precision, driven by Paul's expert navigation of the pick and roll. But it's not just about the immediate scoring opportunities. Paul's influence will help Wembanyama develop his basketball IQ and understanding of the game. Playing alongside a veteran who's seen and done it all will accelerate Wembanyama's learning curve. He'll learn to read defenses better, understand timing and spacing, and improve his decision-making. Paul's mentorship on the court is akin to having a personal tutor guiding you through the complexities of NBA play. And let's not forget the rest of the Spurs big men. Players like Zach Collins and Keldon Johnson will also benefit from Paul's arrival. The ripple effect of Paul's playmaking will elevate the entire front court. His ability to draw defenders and create open looks means more opportunities for everyone. We'll see an uptick in alley-oops, easy dunks, and open mid-range shots, all orchestrated by Paul's basketball wizardry. The mentorship of Stephon Castle. Next, let's dive into how Chris Paul's mentorship will play a pivotal role in shaping the future of the Spurs' young guards, particularly the promising Stephon Castle. Paul's impact extends far beyond his on-court contributions. His experience, leadership, and guidance will be instrumental in developing the next generation of stars. Stephon Castle, a talented draftee with immense potential, is poised to benefit significantly from Chris Paul's arrival. One of the most exciting aspects of this mentorship is the connection they share through their ties to Wake Forest. This common ground creates an instant rapport and sets the stage for a productive and influential relationship. Castle's excitement at the introduction of Spurs draftees was palpable, and with Paul as his mentor, he has every reason to be optimistic about his future. Paul's ability to nurture young talent was evident during his time with the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he played a crucial role in the development of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Despite initial expectations that the Thunder would struggle, Paul's leadership and influence propelled the team to a surprising playoff contention. Gilgeous-Alexander thrived under Paul's guidance, transforming into one of the top players in the league. This mentorship was not limited to on-court performance. Paul instilled in Gilgeous-Alexander the importance of work ethic, preparation, and basketball fundamentals.
Paul gets to the bucket for the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander got it! The Thunder lead by 1.
For Stephon Castle, the opportunity to learn from a player of Paul's caliber is invaluable. Castle will have the chance to develop his playmaking skills, court awareness, and leadership qualities under Paul's tutelage. Paul's cerebral approach to the game and his meticulous attention to detail will help Castle refine his understanding of basketball at the highest level. This mentorship will accelerate Castle's growth and adaptation to the NBA, giving him a significant edge over his peers. Defensive and offensive efficiency. Now let's discuss how Chris Paul's arrival will significantly improve the Spurs' defensive and offensive efficiency. Paul's skills on both ends of the court will be instrumental in addressing some of the Spurs' most pressing issues, making them a more formidable and well-rounded team. Starting with offensive efficiency, the Spurs have struggled with turnovers and shot selection, ranking among the highest in turnovers last season. This is where Chris Paul's expertise comes into play. Known as a maestro at orchestrating offenses, Paul excels in reading defenses, making smart decisions, and controlling the tempo of the game. His presence will bring much-needed stability to the Spurs offense, reducing turnovers and ensuring that the team takes smarter shots. Paul's precision passing is legendary.
Handled Denver and Utah twice.
The lob, the jam! 3 in a row from Paul to Jordan.
Throughout his career, he's elevated the play of his teammates with his impeccable court vision and ability to deliver the ball exactly where it needs to be. For the Spurs, this means more scoring opportunities and fewer wasted possessions. Imagine Victor Wembanyama receiving pinpoint lobs for easy dunks, or wings like Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson getting open looks because Paul has drawn defenders with his playmaking. Paul's ability to create opportunities for others will make the Spurs offense more fluid and efficient, leading to higher scoring outputs and better overall performance. But Paul's impact isn't limited to the offensive end. Defensively, he's a 9-time NBA All-Defensive Team member, renowned for his ability to read opponents and disrupt plays. His defensive acumen will help the Spurs tighten up their perimeter defense, a crucial area where they've struggled in recent seasons. Paul's knack for steals and defensive positioning will lower opponents' scoring while creating fast break opportunities, adding another layer to the Spurs' game plan. Paul's leadership on the defensive end will also be invaluable. He has a unique ability to communicate and organize his teammates, ensuring that everyone is in the right position and knows their assignments. This level of on-court leadership will be particularly beneficial for a young team like the Spurs, helping them develop into a more cohesive and effective defensive unit. Paul's presence will instill a sense of discipline and accountability, which are essential for a successful defense. Paul's offensive and defensive efficiency is not just about individual performance, but also about elevating the entire team's play. His influence will help create a more balanced and resilient Spurs team capable of competing at a higher level. This holistic impact is what makes Paul's addition to the Spurs so valuable. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more NBA highlights and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.